This is Matt and Ashley from PCFX. This is a game room tour that I was promising to do for a couple weeks, and I do apologize for that. But here we go. That's a Samus poster. I think I might have got it from work. I can't remember. It's been a couple years. That might have been for uh, the Metroid Other M, like pre-release bonus. So it's a tiny, tiny room, but that's okay. This is the main closet. That's a couple Pac-Man posters we picked up at MGC a few years ago. It's a little dark in here, so Ashley's going to hold the flashlight for me. Uh, all this is really is just where I keep some of the odds and ends. Uh, there's my Master System box and the box for the Mega Drive. There's an X arcade stick down there. That's where the X68000 is right now. This is the one that Beamer got me. I don't have a monitor that works yet, so it's been sitting unused for a couple months. So hopefully I can get a monitor for it soon. There's just some drawers, and I keep the GameCube in here. Don't really have a spot for it on the shelf yet in the PS2 Slim and my Neo Geo box. And just up there on the shelf, that's my second Saturn, and that's a modded Genesis that Bartree got for me, or Bartra. I have so many of these things that one of them had to go in, and since I already have a Mega Drive, this one goes up there. There's a Jaguar down here too. Uh, but that's the closet. That's there's a little Pac-Man bag that I actually got last year. Yeah, last year. Either MGC or VGS, I cannot remember. Yeah, MGC. Um, okay, over here, the first shelf here, got some Pac-Man stuff on there. There's Diddy Kong, about ready to leap out to attack somebody uh, from behind. This is just, again, some miscellaneous stuff. I keep the PlayStation and Saturn imports in here. Uh, I picked up a good, not all of them. I picked up a couple of these at MGC this year. I got Cotton 2 and Daytona USA Championship Edition. I got this version. I think an episode of GameSack recommended this version for the soundtrack options on it. You can hear some of the older uh, Daytona USA soundtracks while you're racing. I got Dungeons and Dragons, the MSX collection. It doesn't have a backing to it, but it does got a front cover manual. A couple more Saturn games, and down here's some of my double CD PC Engine games, and my Super Graphics games are here too. Also got the two games I got from Necromancer this last Christmas, the Dragon Knight games, which I really thank him for that. And I got Beyond Shadowgate here too. Uh, got Zack 2, I think that's what that is, and of course Street Fighter 2. And I got Necro sent me Anearth Fantasy Stories as well. Just I need to get the walkthrough out and really start getting through that game because it does look pretty cool. Second shelf is, or third shelf, thank you. Got some Sega CD stuff in here. One lone Dreamcast import. I got Ikaruga. Some double CD Dreamcast games. Got Shenmue 2, the PAL version, and some 3DO stuff here. And last shelf here, these are my original Dreamcast games. I've had them since, some of these since launch day, but that's one of the systems I never got rid of any of the games for, and just a couple of cheapo Dreamcast games that I got from MGC a few years back. This is the Sega case with a little bit of Mario thrown in, and some Pac-Man ghosts up top here. I picked up this Knights at MGC, brand new, for $50. A guy there had a whole case full of these. Never had played this game until then. It's a really, really cool game. Just some books and stuff, my notebook that I keep passwords wrote down in. These are all my Sega CD games. Uh, the Mario hanging out in front. I got both Lunars, Pop Full Mail, Flank, finally picked up Snatcher, Sofeed. A lot of good games in here. Cobra Command, I might be the only person in the world that likes that game. And then here's my US Saturn games. I have Magic Knight Rayearth and Sega Ages and Shinobi. Panzer Dragoon, I'm hoping to get the other two games sometime. In the Hunt and Quake. And then all these down here is my Genesis games. That's where I keep the loose ones. And then I've gotten most of these probably within the last 4 years. I had very few left over from when I was growing up. None that I can remember. But I did get Truxton. I've been after that one for a while, boxed or in a case. And then this is the original Revenge of Shinobi. That's not the one that had the revisions in it. It has Batman and Godzilla. Here's my second shelf of Genesis games. You can see Pulse Man. That's a legitimate copy. There's a lot of repros of that running around. I think you might have seen that in my last video too, so I apologize. I got Darius 2 here from Black Tiger. He made me a really good deal on some Mega Drive games. Really cool soundtrack. I think I like the soundtrack on Darius 2 better than Super Darius on the PC Engine. I just like how the FM chip treats the soundtrack. Got Splatterhouse 2 in there. I got it years ago. Paid a lot less money for it than what it goes for now. Lycia Dragoon, I got it from Joshua Turbo. There's that Contra Hardcore I paid $3 for. Gunstar Heroes. And then the bottom one is all my Master System games. I finally get to keep those all in one spot. I couldn't fit them in I couldn't really fit all of them in my old game room since my bed was in the way, took up space. There's a couple Genesis games in here too, but these are all my Master System games. I got Phantasy Star. I got there's a couple of them I'd like to get again, or not get again, but there's a couple of them I'm missing. Probably a couple from over on the PAL side. Oh, I forgot about that. There's this new Super Mario Brothers Wii poster. We picked it up at VGS last year, I think. It did have a frame on it, but it fell apart. It was pretty flimsy. I think, Henry, did you do this poster? I think it was you, if you're watching. Really, really cool. Kind of goes through timeline-wise. Every variant of the PC Engine gives you little notes and some artwork in there. I think Henry did this. Star Soldier 1 did a pretty cool video on it when they first came around. I don't know if he still makes these though, but they are really cool to have, and I've had it for years and have just now put it up. I really didn't have any place to put it. That's my Mega Drive. It's got hooked up through the PVM, or to the PVM through RGB. This is the Mega Drive I picked up at MGC. Look, nearly just, I don't think anybody's ever used it. There wasn't any scratches or anything on it. No scuffs, scrapes, nothing. And then there's the Mega EverDrive that I've been using with it. But really, really cool looking system. I like it a lot better than I just like how it looks compared to the US Genesis. And then of course that PVM that I won at VGS last year with the Raiden tournament. And then there's a Pac-Man Ghost Titan up there. And then this is just my GameCube and PS2 games. I don't have very many for either system, but I got most of the good ones. I picked up this Tales of Symphonia VGS last year for pretty cheap. Nothing really of note. There's my Wii U box. I haven't really found a spot to put it yet. I got these cool little, I don't know what you call these. They're not beads, but little things that get baked together. And they made me one in the shape of a Famicom system disc, which I thought was pretty neat. There's my other copy of Lunar 2. If anybody's interested, I am selling that one. And there's a Hue card made up like that too. Pretty neat. And that's my Turbo CD. I haven't really put it on the shelf yet. I don't really know if I will get it up on a shelf just to keep the dust off of it. And this is just where I'm going to keep my Xbox One games, even though there's a DuckTales hiding there. This is the PS1, or, well, a lot of Sony stuff in here, basically. Little Pac-Man tin. Bag full of GBA games. Just some random boxes. As you can see, I really like Lunar. Like pretty much anything Working Designs released in the US. Just all PS1 games, really. These first couple shelves. Then my DS games that I used to keep locked away, but now I can put them on a shelf to. And some 3DS games here too. Don't have very many for that one yet. And then these are my PSP games. I just recently bought a PSP. I was really late to the party on that one. Picked up Ys, Oath, and Felghana. My wife bought me it just about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then these are my PS1 long boxes. I got Philosoma and Doom. That's my original Doom that I've had, if you can see here, sorry, that I've had. I got it for Christmas in like '94. The first Christmas it was out, I got it and was just blown away by it. Resident Evil, that's my original Resident Evil case. And I got the Raiden Project there. Picked it up last year in a trade. Okay, and there's my old school poster framed. If I can remember right, that wasn't too cheap. Picked it up at MGC.
I bought it.
Yes, you did. Thank you. TurboGrafx and Sega CD case up there, or the boxes with a couple stuffed animals. Got SpongeBob and Patrick. There's a Chomp in there too.
Plankton and Patrick.
Oh, I called him
Yeah, I
Plankton.
called him SpongeBob.
My bad. Okay, this is just where I keep the Super Nintendo stuff. I keep the Super Nintendo over here just to save room on the main shelf. Got a couple Super Famicom games back here. There's a couple new ones that I picked up. I keep all the ones I play the most over here. They're mainly RPGs. You got a copy of Earthbound hiding in there. Back before it went for stupid. NES games, and there's my Famicom disc system games. Can't really say that. And then my Super Nintendo boxes. I've don't really collect these, which is funny, but I have gotten a few over the years, and some of these I've had since growing up. That Zelda and the Super Metroid I've had since growing up. Actually, it's this one. I went ahead and put it in a little baggie just to keep it from getting scuffed up. Chrono Trigger, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, UN Squadron, a couple Donkey Kong Country games in here too, with Luigi out front. This shelf here is just kind of miscellaneous stuff again. There's my Famicom games, Lagrange Point. I bought it just to hear the soundtrack on it. Hopefully somebody finally gets the translation done on that. My other Famicom games, boxed NES stuff, 2 versions of Adventure of Link, I really, really love that game. I got Sin and Punishment here as well. And then here's all the N64, my loose 64 games. And then down here is where I keep the Neo Geo. Same with the Super Nintendo. Try to save room from the main system setup. There's all my Neo Geo games. I didn't realize I had so many until I lined them all up. It's weird how much Magician Lord's going for nowadays. They used to be a cheapie. Everybody's Magician Lord nuts nowadays. Cross Sword, Cyberlip. Cyberlip's really gone up too. Then there's the boxed N64 games. Got my Jaguar games down here in the box 3DO games. And over there in the corner is my only 2 retail X68000 games. The other ones I have are just copied floppies. I got Akumujo Dracula and then Phalanx. Okay. Then here's my turbo case. Got the Turbo Duo up there with Bowser Jr. and Yoshi and a Pac-Man cup. Pikachu. There's my Utopia 2. I got it from Nectarsis. Gave it a good home. I haven't beat the first one yet, so as soon as I beat it, I'll start on that one. But I don't really collect too many of these boxes. So the ones I have, I love, but I don't really go after them. There's a couple I'd like to have, but they're not necessary. And then you guys, this is the same as it was before I moved, so only I've added a few. The few I've added are right down here. I got Fatal Fury Special and Kaiden 00 or Double Ot. I'm not sure how they say that, to be honest with you. Picked up a lot of Hue card games. Not much has changed. Over here on the turbo side, I got Final Lap Twin recently. And Shadow of the Beast, which was actually over here. It's in the wrong spot, on the wrong side anyway. Not very many turbo games I'm looking for nowadays. I'd like to get Jackie Chan again. I traded it off to get Beyond Shadowgate, which I'm pretty happy with, but I'd like to pick it up again one day, but not off eBay, that's for sure. And then down in here, I got a couple of TurboGrafx related magnets. One was a Christmas gift and the other one came from Sparky. And then I just keep some miscellaneous stuff down there. It's mostly Game Boy Advance and old PlayStation 1 demos that I've had since back in the day. Oh, now this thing's... Oh, there's a Pac-Man poster. This thing's pretty cool. I've never seen one before. I picked this up in Southern Indiana. It's a Wii display shelf. Put your Wii games in here. You can put your controllers and stuff over there. They have little slots on the side.
Right down there by the Who concert. No. What concert was it?
No, that was Brown County.
Oh, Brown County.
Yeah, it's when we went to Brown County.
Sorry, trying to remember where I got the power at.
And you can... It doesn't hold very many Wii games. But you can sit the Wii right down in here. It's actually got little vents. I went ahead and just put the base that came with the system on there too, but if you took this base off and just sat the system down flat, there's actually vents towards the back that help keep the system cool. It doesn't plug in or anything. It just looks cool. It probably helps a little bit, but it's definitely a neat little shelf. Again, I've never seen one like it. And then there's my TV and the entertainment center that I have it set in. Right now I got the Sega CD hooked up and the regular Nintendo. And then there's a PS2 down there too. A lot of cables. This TV wouldn't fit inside the entertainment center, so I had to set it on top. So there's a lot of cables hanging, but you know, what do you do? Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man. Share in a moment. And then here is the main system shelf. I got just a couple things up here. The main Xbox, or my Xbox One, not Xbox One, but the original Xbox. There's my Xenoblade Chronicles book that came when I pre-ordered it.
There's a Pikachu hiding behind.
Yeah, there's Pikachu, another Pikachu up there too. And then this is the main display case. I've got my twin Famicom here, and then my main Saturn here with the Action Replay. I don't have a Japanese Saturn, so that serves me fine. Got my PC Engine Duo that I got from Keith Courage, I think. It's not modded. The only thing that's different about it is it did get a blue disk access light put in it. And then here's my Turbo Duo with a Turbo EverDrive that I won in a raffle just this last couple weeks from Bernie. And I gotta tell you, dude, if you're watching this, I'm so thankful. This really, really, really was unexpected. I was planning on getting one. It's not really focusing too good there. Yeah, really unexpected, and I thank you so much. This is great for games like, you know, Magical Chase and Koryun, just games that are ungodly expensive at this point. And if you just want to play it on real hardware and don't want to deal with eBay prices or collectors' prices, this is the way to go. These are really, really cool items to get. I mean, they make EverDrives and other variants too, as you saw earlier. This is the way to go if you're tired of paying high prices for games that you just want to play. So I thank you, Bernie. You're a cool dude, and it means more to me than you know. I'm just really thankful. And I'm about out of time here, so about ready to run out of memory here to film this, so I'll make this last one bit pretty quick. Keep my Dreamcast and my Super Famicom here, along with the Super Graphics on this shelf. Second to last shelf, my PS1. I think I pulled the I pulled the NES from here, so there's an empty spot. There's my Sega Master System. It's been modified for FM, and also I got S-Video and dual channel mono modified in there too. Apollo Boy did that for me, so thanks, man. Really appreciate it. And then my N64 and then my 3DO is down on the bottom. But that's the game room. I appreciate you guys watching this. Again, really means a lot to me that you guys look in and just seeing what's up, what's going on here on my end. And again, thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. See all of everybody that's going up to VGS. I'll see you guys in a few weeks. So take care, all. Bye.